Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick tip. My quick tip today is about using your dies to create frames. I've probably shared similar tips to this in the past, but I just wanted to give some extra ideas today. One of the great sets for doing this is actually the Stylish Shapes dies, where we've got nesting shapes. So any nesting shapes dies will work. This one I think is particularly good. And one of the ways that you can use this, as you've seen this week, I've been using these Lights Aglow DSP papers, and we've got the 6x6 shapes where you can cut them into 4 lots of 3x3, and then you could die cut out your circle, which is exactly what I've done here with this one. So I've used the large one to die cut this, and then a smaller one here to die cut there. And that then can give you a frame to go on a card front. If I just bring in a piece of the DSP, you could layer these up with a sentiment behind this. I've got a sentiment that I've prepared for a different card here, so this one won't fit, but obviously you could do this as a circle and create a frame that way. If, as I have here, there is a tiny bit that has not cut true to the circle, because this is just a very teeny smidge over the 3x3. It is only just. What I would do there is disguise that by putting my bow there. I'd put a bow on that. So that's one way that we can use them. But you don't just have to use the Stylish Shapes. You can also layer together. This is the All That dies. So let me bring those in. Oh, my All That dies. So one of the ones that I've been using for my card today is actually this All That die set. And what I've done, I like to cut the larger die out first. This then gives me an idea of just how good an impression I'm going to get, and whether I'm going to get any problems running it through the die cutting machine, where it kind of picks up the creases from the die cutting machine. The foil is beautiful, but it does easily pick up crease lines. So what I've done is I've used that larger die and die cut from the glimmer paper instead. The glimmer paper really doesn't show up the creases. So let me just show you how we do this. I don't want to rock things too much with this die cutting machine, but just to give you an idea. The difficulty as well with foil is that if I'm using foil, I can't use anything to tack the die in place, because anything sort of stuck to the foil will tend to leave an impression. So let me just run this through. And there we have that. We can use that on another project. Same with the circle we cut out. And then this is what I'm going to be using. So what I'm actually going to do, I find it easiest to work with a mat behind, so that I'm not going to stick where I don't want to be stuck. And then I'm going to use my bits of dimensionals. And I can put these on. And if you want to, you can put a tiny sliver, that's too long, a tiny sliver along the other outside edges. And to do that, I tend to go along here. So these edge pieces are great for this. So I'm going to pop that on there like that. And we'll just cut another piece coming from the other direction. And we're going to put that on like that. So the idea is have a look at your dies and see what might work for you. If I take these backings off now, like that, then I can centre this over here like that, and then I can just add a little bit of liquid glue. Doesn't matter if it's not properly centered on here, as long as it's not showing on the reverse. Here's my card base that I've already prepared, and then we can pop that on there like that, and any bits that are sort of overlapping will stick. If it's the foam pads that are overlapping, it'll stick. So that's how we can make a frame like that. But also take a look and see what you can mix and match. I've got these painted label dies here, and there's a lovely large die, and I've also got the scalloped contours dies. And what I could do is make a frame with those two. That would make a beautiful frame and large to go on a card. So there we have a quick tip for today, to use your layering dies to create frames that you can then use as a frame on your card, or you know, you can also cut it up and use it just as elements on a card if you wanted to. So please do subscribe to my channel below to see a quick tip like this every Friday and a quick card every Monday. Thanks for stopping by.